Hello guys, and today I'm gonna show you how to make this game. You have a cannon and you shoot with bullets into the castle and you have to ruin it. You can turn like this and you can destroy the castle. Very nice, easy to make game. Basically a few lines of code. Oh, my cannon is getting hot. It's gonna explode soon. Let's shoot. Oh, look, it fell apart. So here I actually prepared everything. I have painted cannon. You see all the details. I've painted with the simple shapes, wheels, everything. So that's a cannon. And the code for cannon is very actually easy to do. Let me show you code. It has very few lines of code. And let me explain it to you. Just take a part. Forever we have to do it. Forever just checks every second, every instant. If I press right arrow key on a keyboard, it turns right side. And if I press left arrow, it turns left. That's easy. Let me test it. I pressed left, I pressed right. You see? It's very easy to turn. Also, I have painted the castle. I'm not gonna do it. It took me a while. And the cannon. So the rest of code is just for the bullet. Let's go to bullet and I'm gonna explain it to you. Let's zoom it in. So we're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, actually, already did it. You're gonna do it through clones. So I painted a bullet. It's just a black, let me show you, it's just a black circle. And when the game starts, this black circle disappears. So we have hide. It has to hide first, because we don't need it. We're gonna do it through its clones. The sprite itself will just rest somewhere in shadow, and based on this sprite, we will create clones. So here is a second part of the code. When green flag clicked forever, if key space pressed. So on a keyboard, when I press space bar, create clone of myself and give it a little bit of time between those clones. Because if I don't, let me take apart. If I don't, you see what happens? The clones just, it needs a little bit of time. Maybe not 0.5 seconds, maybe one. Let me turn. Yeah, it looks good. I turn and it flies. Very nice. Oops. So here you go. And the next part of the code, when I start as a clone. So here is space bar. When I press, it creates clone of myself. Very easy. Original image, original ball is hidden. Then if I press spacebar, it creates clone of myself. Okay, let's go to the next part. When I start as a clone, I show myself. I go to sprite 1. So sprite 1 is canon. It has to go to canon. When it created as a clone, it has to go to canon. Also, it has to point in direction of canon. So you find it on sensing. Here it is. You see this one. You choose here like, let me see, sprite 1, that's a canon, and direction of canon. It's in sensing. Point in direction is in motion. Point in direction is here. So when I start as a clone show, go to sprite 1, which is canon, point in direction of canon, repeat it until I touch edge. So I will move certain amount of steps, and I will move until I touch the edge. Also, I will turn a little bit because Canon, Cannonball, it has some kind of curve, like physics, whatever, gravity. It will go down a little bit. If you take it away, look at it will go just straight. If I add turn a little bit, like 1 degree, you see, if I put 2, it will curve more. 5, yeah, like 1 will be fine. Or maybe even 0.5, like half degree. Yeah, yeah, it looks good to me. And in the end, just delete this clone. So when I press the space bar, it will point in direction of sprite, will show itself, will go to Canon, repeat moving until it will touch edge, and it will a little bit turn a little bit, and then delete this clone. That's it. That's all the code. Yay. And also when green flag clicked, forever going to go to front layer. Otherwise, in my case, it was going behind the cannonball. So I did this little code. You might not even need it. Let me just throw away. So all the game is about our cannon. Very simple code. If I press right arrow, it turns right. If I press left arrow, it turns left. And cannonball, when key space is pressed, create clone of myself, wait 0.1 second, and second, when I start as a clone show, go to sprite 1, point in the direction of cannon, repeat until I touch edge, and move 10 steps, and then delete this clone. Another part of code is for castle, but I still didn't do it. It should be something when it touches, let me see, like this one. So when the game starts, forever check if touching. Let's go to sensing. If touching ball, that's sprite what, 15. If touching ball, sprite 15. You see, that's also important to name your characters. Otherwise, you will have to guess what is it. If I would name cannonball from the beginning and cannon, not sprite 1, and you can change it out here. That will be much easier for me. So if touching sprite 15, that's a cannonball, it has to hide. It has to hide. And when the game starts, it has to show. Show. And let me test it. Yay. Okay, so I can copy it for the rest of my elements. Let's just drag and drop. I just drag everything what I have here. Look. Okay, let me expand. And I can turn my, oops, when green flag clicked, I turn my cannon and I shoot. And when the game starts, it works well. I just need copying for the rest of, let me zoom out. Let me turn my cannon. A little more. The last one left. That's it, I won. Very easy to do. Actually, there are like hundreds games based on this code. This code it's like a base for everything. Angry Birds, any shooting games, bow arrow, whatever. This code should be learned by heart. Very easy to do. It basically has 3 parts. For turning the cannon, this code, just turning the cannon. If you want to move just a cannon, not the wheels, everything, you have to make them separate. Then you will be able to turn only this part. The wheels, everything will stay. You see, in my case, it's just turning with wheels and everything. So second part is for a ball. It's the biggest one, but it has only 2 parts. Point direction, if touching, moving, create clones of myself. And the third part, it's also very easy for castle parts. When green flag click show, forever if touching, cannonball, hide. That's it. Only three pieces. It took me a while to create all those elements for castle. Some of them I copied. Anyway, enjoy yourself. Don't forget to subscribe.